4, and they just keep running into each other at Bizarre. Tommy gets all that early damage in, but when you swing a 1v3, where's your backup? Ops gets fried, and Tommy trying to hold on for dear life.
Brutal start for Tommy. No team fights this time around. You got to get out of here, TD. You need to run. You need to run away now. Hit a zip, whatever you need to do to get out of Dodge. Maybe the vehicle, I don't know. Might just go by foot, not to give away his position here. Likely we're going to sneak out of there, and we see Tommy head to the gulag immediately, fighting Lullet, console player on the other side. Very talented player. See if Tommy can get the better of this one. We'll get back into the action. Tommy finds it, gets opening shots and loses. How?
What?
Lullet snaps and hits the headies. Uh-oh. We've got trouble here on main stage. What in the world is happening to this squad 5? What is happening? Teeny all alone, and there's no help coming.
Fnatic in the gulag as well. Noobs is the one that took out Tommy's teammate, and now Skullface needs to win here against Future has game. There goes the smoke, and now we're dancing. Okay, frag going out. Patience is a virtue. We've essentially traded our spots. We're flipping to Scrap and Skull. Ice is up, but it was looking scary at first. Hopefully, Allman could do the same. They do. 3 for 3 on gulags. And yeah, that's 3 eliminations, but that's not going to be enough to get you into the top 4.
Wow, that was a crazy one. It's swinging to Allman's gulag there just to see somebody swinging a left hook, then a right hook, both missing, and then Allman barrel stuffing to win. Wow,
Sure.
This is Warzone, and I am here for it because that was wild. But back to the action. We've got a full restabilization. The top team certainly can get their feet back underneath them. 3 kills, not a bad day in the very beginning of this map, but unfortunately, you've got a lot of ground to make up on this leaderboard, way down at about 18th or so. Going into this map, as we swing over to some of our other teams that are looking for a lot of kills. City, apparently all quiet here, at least on this side of City. Again, you can look at the map view and our leaderboards over there on the Call of Duty YouTube channel. If you're hanging out here with Twitch on, keep it on. You can hang out here with the main broadcast, seeing this amazing codcaster. But YouTube, you can see the map view that we reference often. And this Team 25 on the north side of City, mostly by themselves.
Ah, gosh. I mean, look. My hands are starting to get a little sweaty here because I'm really nervous for a lot of our competitors because I thought the last map was the wild card map, but now our entire last chance qualifier is looking like a wild card. Exact sit reps Neely. Yeah, this is the squad that won map number 1. They got 20 points and have officially fallen outside the top 4.
Yeah, and this is the problem, right? You need a lot of kills to maintain that position. Again, our metrics slowly dwindling down to about what we thought, about 15 points per game. Right now puts you in 4th place. They're at 29.2. 4th place is the threshold to make it to global finals. Need a lot more from this trio. Same kind of deal. They've got another squad, only one, kind of contesting them here in the first circle. And right now, they're just biding their time. They can't risk full sending on this team and losing their teammates. They've already lost Picnic right now, so they don't have an advantage. And with Pick losing that gulag, they're going to have to spend some of that early, well-earned cash to get him back. They have plenty to go around, about 10K in pocket. As Rumble tries to find an angle, it does look like we'll see some shots fall, but I think this fight's going to take a while, Tiff, unless maybe Rumble's team just going to sprint up the stairs. Oakboy doesn't have loadout. I don't know what they're going to do here. They're going to stay and just try to play this fight, or are they going to back up? Looks like they're going to stay. Here's the encounter. Bruin in hand. Able to drop 1. Should get a trade there. You can see Ryder cleaning it up. Couple more falling. Loadout guns? We don't need them. How about some ground loot right to the face? See you later.
Well, they ripped 2 of them. Rumble still not back up. The last member of Rayski still in the stairway, but they've already set the trap. However, all this noise opening the door for rosters to hit the rotate in. This is a very normal rotation here for that squad number 11 on your mini map. That's going to be Team Mutex. They land up in Kotovo blocks, and as soon as they can, they hit that rotate down into Rostava shop. So hopefully that squad hits a reset, but a little more chaos here for Exact, Sitrep, and Sneely.
Yeah, they said they're going to try to rotate and get some more kills early. Apparently, they're trying, but it's not working. Another team struggling, by the way. This Devo team, a lot of folks expected them to at least be close. And right now, not even in the top 10. So both teams on our screen need it. One a bit more than the other. Over here in Riverside. It's the very north side of City, right on the edge of the river. You can see it on there with our beautiful free cam. Both these teams lying in wait, seeing which team will scam first. No angle there for Vonbot means, well, we're just going to take our time on this fight. This could be a little while.
It could. We can just kind of pause it and maybe one will send the other, but even then, not even sure. It's like a big standoff, and as soon as I said it, Devo just hits a rotate over to the top to claim high ground. Shiro kind of on the low, looking for angles into that doorway onto sit rep, probably giving comms out there. They know that Devo has moved on to their rooftop, but how do you kind of rip him off from there? Like, what does that look like? Because right now we've got to wait and see. Can Exact get out of this gulag, get Crafty on the other side?
Yeah, you really need this win. Come in, give a lot of info by floating in the air. Go help your teammate, but you gotta win the gulag first. 1v1, smoke, push, here's the footsteps. He's gotta know Crafty is close. Knows Crafty's likely in mid, might go for a zip plate here, and he knows it, so he pushes the equation, shoves his barrel in the face, and this time the melee gets the better of him. Unfortunately, just couldn't quite land enough of those bullets. That is a brutal way to go down for Exact, and now you're down in player numbers. Devo gets traded, but luckily Teamy's gonna come in for Devo, and now Steely on the rotate out. This is so brutal. Even if Exact comes back there, I don't know if he gets back in time to help out this duo. Does get to a buy station though. They're still in the map, just not in the map in a good way.
Yeah, I mean, Exact just got Michael Myered, and then you start kind of falling apart. Luckily, we get the buyback, but for now, we just kind of say, all right, cool, we're gonna chill on that one later. We're gonna rotate on out, and honestly, they get a full reset. Now, Vonbot has to contest over there with Clutch, Belk, Lovey, and Assault, who have moved on to hear the shots. So, good free cam, setting that up right there, and Assault, Clutch, Belk, Lovey, this is the same position that Shiro, Devo, and Vonbot had found themselves in just moments ago before Devo grabbed that high ground. Lovey, though, has that Car 98 in pocket and is just probably looking for angles. If they can grab a knock, it would really change their trajectory, but there goes sit rep, cleaning up that gulag on that pit.
Yeah, at least somebody on that team's winning one. Gonna get right back into the mix. Help out his team, hopefully. The Squad 8 team, frankly, we probably haven't chatted enough about, and I think it's because we're kind of waiting to see them prove to us that we need to talk about them. I think they got 5th in lower bracket round 1. They got 20th in finals. They've been kind of hot and cold. Another team that, like, hey, if they were on today, certainly could make global finals. Clutch Belk's been there before. High-valued player, high-valued teammate. Like, frankly, has earned a lot in Warzone. Lovey was there as well. Assault, a kind of FPS demon in a lot of different BR genres. And I don't mind this trio at all. I think they're actually a really good team. They just haven't quite been able to piece it together and seemingly not able to do it today, at least not yet. With only 3 games in total to go, including this one. Seriously running out of time, and we're gonna keep saying that over and over again because there's just no room for error. You gotta get top 4. You can see the score now. Dame Difference team, who just won a map in 4th place, 30.8 now the new metric to beat. Good luck the other teams, and good luck Valid Hands.
Yeah, let's see that interrogation come through so you can get that information where the rest of the squad is. Colony on your screen. Now, I'm looking for if you want to change the trajectory of your success. Maybe you were on LAN last year and you want to run it back. Imagine what that's going to be like when you're sitting at home and you're on social media and you just see everyone that went to that World Series of Warzone global LAN. You're like, if only I had iced up. If only I had gotten one more elimination, because it's going to come down to that. When we're into that 5th map, someone's gonna miss out on LAN by 1 point. Don't let it be you. You can change it here and now. I want a 20-point elimination win.
Yeah, we need a big map. We haven't seen a single, even large map yet in terms of total scores. Yeah. I think the best score today in a map somewhere around like 26 points, which is kind of another day in the office for a lot of the teams that made grand finals already. Seemingly, this lobby playing a bit different than a lot of the teams expected. Trying to pivot and adapt on the fly. That is Warzone, that's for sure. Who can think on their feet the best? And right now, it's not going to be Waldo. Goes down early. Colony trying to play trades. Has an angle. Couple nades. Could zone off. Will still lose the teammate. And doesn't get a knock. So they're going to have to back off here. Maybe a knock there. Nitcool could have made a play. But right now, it is a hunter versus the hunted. And the hunter's certainly this Leonard team. Is Leonard an X-Factor tip? I don't know. But right now, things are going that way. As Clown cleans up this Nitcool team in style. Yes, Leonard cleans it up. See ya.
Colony looked a little lost there, I'm not gonna lie. It just seemed like he could not get a grasp on where Leonard and Little Mario, they just kind of kept flying at them. And that fight is in that northern side of that Seaport district, the closest that you can get towards that upper circle. Now, there's a couple of teams that are gonna be running into each other, and that's gonna be that Team Mutex and Rated Squad. The big battle for the northern side of the open area between Cargo and Seaport, knowing that there's still not a lot of teams in that area because the majority of them are trying to come in from from this lower side, such as Nico Infinite, Swish'em, and Foulnets. Now you think back to their group stage performance, coach, and they were phenomenal. Nico Infinite was one of those squads that did take the wild card map. So let's go ahead and jump into it and see kind of where their game plan is.
These guys are looking over though. Something that sucks.
Okay, I have 2 breacher drones I could maybe hit in on green.
Yeah, never mind.
I'm gonna drone just to get. I'm gonna look ahead for the row, okay?
Okay.
I'm trying to find another sub right now.
They're all rowing on yellow right now. All running out.
Okay, I'm gonna get the grocery store then.
We got 2 teams on yellow.
Blue, blue. Yeah, I hear that. I hear you on yellow. Like, are they like on top and below?
Yeah, on top and below, and like side buildings.
Can we rotate through restaurant?
You guys look good in restaurant. Restaurant's clear.
Okay.
And even fire looks clear too.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to fly up over to Nico.
I just got sniped. I'm good. I only have.
Yeah,
I don't have any more plates.
I have a play box. Come here.
Yep. I'm getting there.
Right.
A lot of plates in here, guys. Just pick up stuff. Like, loot around.
Decent comms. Love an opportunity to listen into some strategies here as we see other teams getting wiped in the kill feed. You get a chance to hear what this team is thinking. Right now, though, they're in 33rd. Tiff, they have eight points in 2 games. You know, frankly, you know, Nico Infinite, they made land last year in the wildcard game. Right now, if they can't get anything going in this map, it might have to be the wildcard game again for this team. They are so far down the leaderboard. They need a banger, and they're just not moving fast enough right now in City because there's so many different angles you can get shot from. It's the one problem with that area. Sometimes you can get really bogged down in the swamp that is City. But back to the action we go, and it seems like they're trying to find it. So we switch back to them on the edge of some of these fights.
Well, here it is. We just need more eliminations out of them. It's going to come down to the wildcard map for a lot of our squads that were in predictions for the majority of the players on the timeline. Now, we did get a good free cam check-in after kind of what was occurring. In Tech squad, they wipe raided, right? Send them all straight to the gulag. And now they've got to hit a regain. And as this circle kind of keeps pulling on back towards where that stadium is, if this squad can go third party these 3 rosters out to the right, it looks like that's what they want to do. They're going to smoke on forward, but you've got that Z Colors roster that wants to kind of hang towards the north, knowing that if they stay here, the likelihood of them falling is going to be astronomical because it's not just 3. There's 6 rosters on that southeastern side of things.
Yeah, this is going to be tough for a lot of teams here in the city. I think it's a great call out around that stadium area. A quick look at those maps, see where some of our teams are located. And Nico in trouble, though. We're going to stick with this fight as UAVs does get dropped, looking for a couple trades. They're getting a lot of aggressive comms, I can only imagine, but unfortunately can't get anything going. There's just too much action to handle. Switch, the only player last alive. And here comes Quay to come clean her up. I know Switch has played with this Quay and Taj duo before. I'm sure that's got to be frustrating to lose to the hands of people that you like playing with, but unfortunately it wasn't close. A nice full team wipe and a clean wipe there from Taj, Quay, and Ludvent, who really need another big game as well down near the bottom of the leaderboard.
This is tough, right? Team Rated squad is just looking for buybacks and they get ran out of cargo, forced across the water, and then you've kind of got everyone that's already here. That Vexo Ave Rabizi squad is really contending here with Emrias, Z Colors, and Attract. Now, that's a squad that should, in my opinion, be one of the 4 that moves on from here. On paper, they are phenomenal. They have looked really good, but these squads that do tend to be the favorites cannot get things moving. Those underdogs, as we've stated, that we're just consistently looking over are coming out to say, no, this is why you need to notice us, because we know we deserve a spot on the global land, and we are going to show you why we deserve it. That Tommy and Ob's Teeny squad, whoa, I want to see it. I want to see it.
Yeah, I want to see it too. And as we swing over to our second seed here with Rob Easy up on top of this Attract team, I just saw Team Rated, I think, get full wiped, or at least close to it.
Yep.
Maybe just snuck back into the lobby. I'm not positive. I'm looking at our map view. I don't see them. I think Team Rated is out of here. Things completely falling apart for the Rated team. See if maybe some of our on-paper favorites, maybe some of our prediction favorites can make a move. Right now, almost none of them. I don't think a single person that anybody I've talked to is predicted to make global finals through LCQs is even inside the top 10. Maybe Mutex's team was like 9th going into this lobby. Definitely a battle of the underdogs, but still plenty of map to be played. Moving 5th into 6th circle. This is the big one. We're going to be moving right on top of that stadium, right on top of that soccer or football, depending on where you're from, pitch. That's where a lot of the action's going to be, which means a ton of teams, 1, 2, 3, maybe like 9 of these teams are going to have to rotate in from the edge of zone, some of them having to cross the water.
Yeah, do we revisit Super Evan's predictions? Top 4, Fnatic, Rated, Z-Colors, Tekka, Wildcard, Nikul. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Let's see here, because none of those are there. And right now, Rabizi, Vexo, and Ave. I don't know if we take that fight. I think it's great that we kind of drop some streaks and start rotating. You can see that Dame Different squad that just won a map and had 26 points is going to be one of the squads just on the other side of this. We pop in the LTV, but we are drawing so much attention, and we're going straight on that Dame Different roster. All right, DVS boys, I need you to stand up, get loud, because Dame is going under siege, but he should thank all the squads that are going to be potentially shooting this squad in the back, because they are able to maneuver just away further.
A lot of folks want Alb in the grand finals. Won't be seeing him in the end circle of this map. That's squad 14 out of here with Colors, Gonzo Ball, and about, what, 23rd place. Still a ton of teams and a ton of multipliers to boot. Terrorize gone as well. IQ gone. That's a big team and inside the top 4. Fully eliminated. This is going to open up a window of opportunity for some more folks to make it into that top 4 threshold. You can see Mutex's team creeping up the leaderboard, likely having a good game right now, but all eyes on this Vexo squad as they try to wipe last map winners. After a great interview, can't get things going in this team fight. That might be a full wipe. There it is. See you later. Squad 27 is out of here as well. That's OP Mark fully eliminated. Everything falling apart for a lot of these squads.
Everything's falling apart for a lot of the squads, but can we talk about the macro that Stable J and Freddy have? Consistently always in the mix. We just need some eliminations for them. And speaking of elimination, Fnatic?
Yeah.
Hello? The Bridge of Death can't get control of that?
I gotta say, it's because of that squad 17 rotating on top or underneath that Sunny team. I was gonna call out squad 6 in the pink. They had placed perfectly if the zone pulled across the bridge, but because it didn't, they got a terrible zone and they're having to make a rotative death. But apparently, the death is coming at their hands instead. Crossing the bridge and taking out the teams holding them was not on my play bill for the drama we're watching right now in this incredible theater. This is unreal.
This is also unreal. We've got trophies, we've got LTVs through the water. I don't know what kind of Fast and the Furious film this is, but I'm nervous. Mutex about to emerge from the great depths beyond, wraps up some cleans up, but does fall right to the chaos. Now, believe last standing, denied, halted. You're not rotating in, and Tommy just on the outskirts of the gas, just trying to keep it together for that roster.
As 15th place or so, as Future's team betters their chances by trying to make top 10, playing edge of zone, new zone, not a lot of cover, way out in the middle of the street. Let's see who gets in late and goes early. You can see squad 36 making a big rotation here. Could play spoiler, could play third-party fights. Picnic picking up a couple of eliminations. Here comes Twitty back into the mix. PDS, portable buy. They've got all the resources they need and more. The problem is they got a full team of 3 staring them down, so they're going to lose one and have to rotate the other way.
Hey, they get the buyback though. There goes the PDS, but just not within the right amount of time. We do have that self-res locked in, and Fades can give comms, but I don't think he's gonna last much longer. Maybe 20 HP. We're diving, we're trying to survive, and everything is breaking out into the biggest chaos I've ever seen. Wheel, Scripto, one of the only buildings alongside Stable J and Freddy, and Tommy has to push in for a 1v2, brings in the streaks, and just trying to stay out of dodge from them. Future, Twitty. 7 squads left.
This is a big map for Future. They're looking to push up into the top 4. They were a little ways out of that. Inside top 10, I believe, going into this one, or rather that 36 squad on the far right-hand side. I think there were 6 actually going into this one as well. So both these teams need to have a big game. Stable J, though, you're right. About to make top 5 again? 3 maps in a row? Apparently the X factor when it comes to IGLing, I don't know, but job's not done. Gotta get top 5 for the 1.8x multiplier. Right now, everybody's scrambling for resources. Future goes for the zone and the zone only. Problem is not a ton of resources, maybe just one more PDS, and that's it. Thinks better of it, doubles back to his team, and it's Future has game. Now holding zone, now in the new, holding down Vonbot, not letting him get a single inch. Future goes the distance and picks up the elimination. Now the final 3 teams, Almighty TJ getting punished as Future tries to back up, get to his team. And right now, with 3 teams remaining and 7 players, I think it's a 3v2v2.
Yeah, but Green Dose's squad just focuses on that wrap. You've got that duo that has already secured themselves a spot in the next zone, while the other 2 squads are just full focusing on each other. If they get so weak from this fight and delay their rotation, I would love to see Freddy and Stable J break this squad down. It's a 2v3 Goj, and here comes the equipment. Angles are being held. Freddy on 4, but not when you've got 2 looking for a wrap. Freddy opens up things with a knock, but Stable J gets shredded out. It's Freddy v2.
It's Freddy v2, and C4 certainly help, but how about a barrel stuff? Can we go 1v2? Not quite. No Seagar yet again. Stable J falls in second. Amazing consistency, but it is Future has game. Baba Huff and almighty TJ on top with the monster effort. This is a big map for them. Future comes in as the sub for Tappa. He plays for wins, and apparently he's gonna get paid for one here in the 3rd game. What a way to do this. Has some Kim with Twitty. These 2 have played together quite a bit, but unfortunately, Baba Huff, Future has game, almighty TJ, they have a great map.
They had a great map. They've been pretty consistent throughout, and you kind of see this